initial days of RPA, we were focused really on task automation. That's, I mean, let's be honest with ourselves. We're taking a bunch of tasks, putting sort of humans in the middle to take it from one to the other, and then with sort of orchestration layer, and I think agentic gave it a lot more focus. Sort of how do you orchestrate a true process? Because now we're starting to think about full processes, right? Before it was just, hey, can you take this data, put it from here to there? Can you take it from this system, put it in that system? Even with IDP, can you take this document, extract a table and a structured thing out of it? Then I'll give it to somebody to take a look at. But now you're actually saying, hey, take this invoice, figure out what are the line items in there, see if you can figure out what the GL mapping code should be for the line items, see if there has a PO, give me a difference between the PO and the invoice, and it's sort of more higher level full process, which requires sort of true, as you mentioned, like Claude is using that one tool in here, you might be using multiple deterministic tools, multiple non-deterministic sort of micro agents, as you call them, right, to do things. How do you see sort of orchestration playing a big role? And along with that, you guys have introduced case management and all of that in the platform as well. How do you see the orchestration layer, especially in your group? I mean, finance is sort of one of the first areas for automation in a lot of organizations. So how do you see the role of orchestration playing, and how do you think about orchestrating these things from a start of a transaction to the end of the transaction?
If you look at, and finance, I agree with you, is a greater uh, area where most of these use cases would resonate extremely well as a starting point, but it can be applied to the mid office and front office as well. But finance organization normally play with end-to-end processes. If you think about areas where we used to do task automation, those were the opportunities mainly where I would say systems were lacking. You know, inadequate use cases where some system vendor is still working on a roadmap item, or you had some legacy systems and some modern systems and you're trying to do some task solving.
Mhm.
That is what history has been so far, and that's why the main focus was, hey, I have these gaps in my systems and I'm spending a lot of time, humans are spending a lot of time, and I would like to go and solve